Hey, Roka family. So let's talk about new hires. Let's talk about going to work. Let's talk about utilizing Justin and Alan as they work for you as job developers and how we can help you move on. One of the things that really is a concern for us is the questions that people have about new hire stuff. So three main concerns show up all the time. Three things are always coming up. Talk about passing the drug test, talk about criminal background, and we talk about limited work experience. These things always get in the way when we go for a new job. So, how do we overcome that? Let's look at it. Let's look at passing the drug test. Passing a drug test can be real simple. Everyone who we talk to at Roka says, I don't have an addiction problem, I don't have a drug problem, I just smoke marijuana. I just smoke weed. That's all, because I enjoy it. It helps me get through the day. Okay, if you don't have a problem with it, then you are able to stop it. If you are able to stop it, you are able to work towards your values. If you value getting a new job, if you value having steady employment, then you will start to operate from a place of intention, working towards those values, as opposed to operating emotionally, saying, hey, I just want to get high, that's all, it helps me get through the day. No. If you do not have a problem, you can stop smoking. You can stop smoking for 30 days because you know you have to prepare yourself to enter into this job, and you have to prepare yourself to pass this drug screening test. So, if you were concerned about passing the drug test, don't play games with yourself about I can drink this and I can eat that and I can get so-and-so's pee. No. If you want to do it, stay clean for 30 days. Go in there, pass the test, get the job. Number two, criminal background test. Often, it's not even a test, it's just a matter of the question comes up. Miss Andrea has always given us good information on that. I'm going to let her handle that right now.
All right, y'all. You know, the criminal background question is not difficult. You don't want to make it drawn out. You just want to respond concisely to the question. You want to state your charge. You want to show remorse, and you want to give some cleanup. So those are the three components to answering the criminal background question. So Derek, ask me the question.
So I understand from looking at your application that you've had some run-ins with the law in the past. Can you explain this to me?
Yes, and I'm glad you asked that question because I want you to feel comfortable in hiring me. In 2004, I have a mail fraud and a wire fraud charge. It's not something that I'm proud of. It's not something I'll ever do again. Since then, I've been working with young adults, helping them to find employment and work on their employment readiness skills. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, not at this point.
Do you think my criminal background would impede you from hiring me?
No, you'd have satisfied your responsibilities with the state.
Yes, I have.
Then I think we're good to go.
Thank you very much. So that's how you answer the question, gentlemen. It's really quick and to the point. You do want to state your charge. I don't care if you have a murder charge. I don't care if you have a gun charge. You need to state that charge as it shows up on your criminal background. Because what happens is if you walk out of that interview and you haven't responded to that criminal background question, that employer, all they have is what is on case search. And then they have their own beliefs, their own isms, their own biases that they're going to put together and say, you know what, I'm not going to hire this young person. But if you take the time to explain what your charges are, be concise, show some remorse and be sincere about it, right? Take responsibility for what you did. It's nobody else's fault. It has nothing to do with you being young and dumb. None of that. Take responsibility for what you did. You knew you broke the law, and you do that. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Derek to talk about limited experiences.
Oh, limited experience. Now, here's an area that people always get concerned about. They say, I don't have enough experience to get this job. Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. 9 out of 10 employers will tell you the same thing. I don't care what your experience is. I care whether you can show up on time and I can count on you. So again, If you learn to show up on time, to be responsible, and to be someone who is dependable, then you more than likely can get the job, because if I have someone who comes in who I know is going to be there on a regular, on a daily basis, dependably, I can train them to do any job in my system. So once again, gentlemen, 3 things that you can overcome easily: passing the drug test, answering the criminal background question, and having limited work experience. We expect you to be able to use these things that we're telling you today and get out there and move onward and upward in your work experience. Take care.
Peace out.